Pleased to announce that Erik Haula has re-signed a 3-year contract with the Devils earlier today. As a reminder for all media, please send me a note in the chat and I'll add your questions to the queue. We'll get underway with Amanda Stein, NewJerseyDevils.com.
Hey Erik, how you doing?
Hey Amanda, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I mean, let's start with this is what you have wanted all along to be able to have pen to paper. What does it mean to you, especially the number of years as someone who I know was really looking for that type of stability for you and your family?
Yeah, it was a huge deal to have security. We bounced around quite a bit, and just to have the ability to be able to look into housing and get my family all set up and so yeah, we're really excited with how it all ended up and just really excited to be back.
What makes this so right for you? I know we've talked all year and you've mentioned it a lot, but what makes this spot a place where committing for 3 years means something to you?
Well, a big part is I always talk about wanting to win and I have I think that we have a group that is just only going to get better, and that's always exciting. I always talk about just having a chance to compete for a cup, and I think this is a place where I'm going to have an opportunity to do that for multiple years to come, and really excited just the direction of the team and where we're headed.
And knowing what you guys were able to accomplish, though, of course, falling short of the ultimate goal, how do you think that changes things for you guys next year, particularly guys who have gone through this for the first time? What is sort of those expectations now that that's behind you?
Yeah, as we watch the Stanley Cup playoffs and we watch the teams that win, it's usually not a team that just all of a sudden just comes out and wins it. Florida had a great run, but they've also been in the mix. They've been fighting in the playoffs for a few years. Vegas 6 years. I went to the finals with them to start that first year, and they've been in the mix all the time. Every single year. Obviously, they fell short that one year, but it just doesn't just happen. It's kind of a process. So. Last year was awesome for our team. I think it was eye-opening for a lot of the guys, and it will be motivating for them going into the summer and coming back next season.
And how long are you hanging out at home in Finland right now?
Uh, we're gonna be back in Minnesota the 6th of July, and so a couple weeks here.
Quick trip.
Yeah, 2 weeks. It's perfect. Just kind of see everybody. Ended with a little vacation, and then full blast after that.
Thanks, Erik. Looking forward to seeing you soon.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Amanda. Next question will go to Bill Spalding of MSG Networks.
Hey Erik, how are you? Congratulations.
Good, Bill. How are you?
Good, good. So Amanda asked a couple of things I was thinking, but I had a specific question about your relationship with Jack, because it felt like the two of you really seemed to get along well on the ice and off the ice, and I know he loved playing with you. How excited are you to continue playing with someone like him, and what was it like to kind of build that relationship in one year?
Yeah, absolutely. When I first signed with the Devils, it was kind of coming in the young team and having some really talented players in the group, and just how you're going to fit in, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, and playing with him and just building that relationship. He was someone I was in communication with in the summer, and he was one of my first texts, when we got the deal done, and can't say enough about him, and just fortunate enough to play with a player like that, and he's only going to get better. So I'm going to do what I can to help him, and yeah, so it's super fun and exciting.
And then, in terms of at this stage in your career, you've talked about the importance of finding a place where you can put up roots for your family. Also, the importance of wanting to win that cup. Obviously, you kind of found the sweet spot here, but when you were, evaluating where you wanted to be as you've gotten deeper into your career, did you put more emphasis on one side of that equation or the other?
Yeah, well, um, winning is really important to me. And I always talk about, nothing's guaranteed, but just being on a team that's going to make the playoffs or have a chance to make the playoffs, compete for the spot. That's somewhere where I want to be, and it just seemed like a great fit with New Jersey. And like I said, future's looking good for us, and then being able to get that security for my family is huge. Like I said, we haven't everywhere we've gone or whatever, it's been a lot of uncertainty, and wanting to grow the family. It's not that easy when you're moving every single year. So I'm glad how it worked out, and now main focus is on probably finding a house, and then being best version of myself when camp starts.
Thanks, Erik. Appreciate it. And congratulations again to you and your family, too.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bill. Our next question go to Ryan Novozinski, NJ.com.
Hey, Erik, congratulations, man. Just curious, I know you said you just flew to Finland there. So what kind of was the call like, the discussion like when you finally got the news? I guess just set the scene for us a little bit.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was back and forth all the way to the end. And it wasn't that we were far off ever, but just little things, and I really wanted to get done before I hopped on a plane to get to Finland. It's something that's been on my mind a lot, and it's a situation that I don't really enjoy being in, and in these negotiations. And so I'm really happy that that we could come to an agreement with Fitzy and the Devils organization in general, and I could kind of relax going to the plane, and then just enjoy my time here in Finland with family and friends, and so yeah, just excited and happy how it went.
And another thing, Tom has talked about so many times in these press conferences how New Jersey can be seen as like a hidden gem across the NHL for potential free agents. I guess just your takeaways from New Jersey as a state, like from your first year, and what you liked about that.
There's a lot to like. I didn't know what I didn't know what to expect when getting traded from Boston, New Jersey at all, to be honest. And New York's a big place, and so it was something to get used to. But as the season went on, there's a lot to like. There's great places to live. You're close to New York City, and once you learn how to navigate yourself around, it's like Tom says, it's a great spot to be in. And the fans, they showed up last year, and at times, it was unbelievable. I remember some of those playoff games, and I'm sure the fan base is really excited of the future. So it's only going to get better. So it's looking good, and just hoping to kind of build off that from last year.
And I guess just last from me, how your training is going this summer, and kind of your day-to-day life.
Yeah, just honestly, main focus been to get the deal done, knowing where I'm going, knowing what's going on, and obviously keeping yourself in shape is always something that you got to do as a pro. But it's been pretty relaxing and pretty chill, and just like I said, just focus was to get this done, and training camp starts September 20th. So got lots of time here. So excited to get back to work now, full blast when I get home, and be ready to go when we start.
Thanks, Erik. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Our next question go to James Nichols, NJD Hockey Now.
Hey, Erik, congratulations.
Thank you, James.
I only got one here for you. Now that the season's been over for a little bit, and maybe you have or didn't keep up with the playoffs, but did you have time to reflect on anything following the end of the year, and maybe viewing what happened in the Stanley Cup final to just say to yourself, okay, this is what we need to work on, both maybe as a team and as a unit to maybe prosper to the Stanley Cup final?
That's a good question. It's pretty loaded in my opinion. I feel like there's a lot of areas to grow on. They say it's the hardest trophy to win for a reason, and you need every single guy in the lineup every single night to give yourself even a chance to win in the playoffs. So I think there's a big growing aspect again that happened, and we've talked about that a lot. So I've talked about it. It's a process that guys get more familiar with playoff hockey and what's different with regular season, and how it steps up when you go into the postseason, and so I think that it's something that every individual can kind of reflect back on themselves, and take what they can from their experiences and just come back better.
Thanks, Erik. We'll see you soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you, James. Our next question will go to Mike Morial, NHL.com.
Hey, Erik, congratulations. Erik, what did you appreciate most about Lindy Ruff and what he was able to bring with the unit last year?
Just his belief in our group, the whole season, how he talked about us, even when we were in some tough spots, in playoffs, in the regular season, his belief in our group, and no matter what the situation was, he came with that energy and the belief that, that we can do this, we can get the job done. And ultimately, I think with a young group, that was big for us. His knowledge of the game, obviously he's coached for a long time. There's a lot to learn from him, and just a great human being in general. So obviously lucky to have him as a head coach, and excited to what's to come.
And one more, any familiarity, Erik, with Travis Greene, and what'd you think of the hiring there?
Honestly, haven't really given it too much thought. Obviously saw the hiring, and don't know too much about Travis, but really excited to talk to him now that I'm signed, and get to know him better, and talk about some things, and whenever you get an opportunity to have a new coach, there's an opportunity to learn, and obviously he's been a head coach in the NHL and played himself, so looking forward to it.
Thanks, Erik.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. That's all the questions we have in the queue. So we thank Erik for his time today. Congratulations once again. We'll let him get some rest, and thanks everyone for joining us.